Heavy brass coins drop into the metal fare box. Wheels grind slowly past the corner bakery. You sit beside me in the dim upholstered bus, watching the mist erase the storefront signs. Old friend, it has been 10 long empty winters since we shared a single paper cup of soup. Your woolen coat still smells of autumn cedar, and I forget the miles that pulled us apart. Old streets remember every word we threw away, like autumn leaves blown down the alley drain. We swore our separate ships would find a different bay, while passing nights grew heavy with unspoken pain. And sitting here beside you in the evening chill, I wonder if the fire is burning somewhere still. The ticket collector punches holes through faded paper, while outside the window passing shadows fade. We never learned the art of staying where we stayed. Amber street lamps flicker through the window glass. We trade quiet laughter as the houses pass. Tell me, do you keep the letters that I sent before our foolish pride became our punishment? Midnight avenues, remember what we used to say. Your fingers trace the frost upon the glass pane, drawing shapes we used to sketch when we were young. A sudden melody drifts from a tavern door, playing the song we loved when we were brave. We wear the quiet lines of grown-up compromises, yet underneath our younger hearts still beat the same. The conductor calls a stop we both must take, and time insists on closing down our brief embrace. Amber street lamps flicker through the window glass. We trade quiet laughter as the houses pass. Tell me, do you keep the letters that I sent before our foolish pride became our punishment? Midnight avenues, remember what we used to say. Footsteps echo hollow on the paving stone. We stand together, yet we both remain alone. The parting platform waits beneath the iron roof, without a single promise left to be our proof. avenues. Remember what we used to say. Amber petroleum lamp flickers thin on the counter. You ask if the train to the border is running tonight. I hand you a saucer with sugar that hardened in winter. We speak in the quietest tones of a town losing light. Your coat has a button undone at the very last leather. Mine carries the stain from a dockside tavern last May. We never expected to weather this sudden December, together at tables where nobody lingers to stay. And your voice is the cadence of someone who boarded a vessel bound south before telegrams reach the coast. I look at your hands and the silver ring guarding the knuckle you broke when you lost what you cared for most. It is strange how a stranger can carry the weight of a ghost without even knowing the name that you used to boast. Before the factories closed and the river froze, before the winter wind blew down the avenue and left us standing here waiting for something true. Amber light falls on the coffee we leave in the cup. Decades are burning while penny machines keep time. Say that you missed every turn on the road to the north. Pour me a glass of whatever you happen to find. We are just shadows rehearsing an old Valentine. Tickets are folded inside of your pocket so tightly. The edges are worn like the edges of family lore. You mention a sister who wrote once in 72, and windows that rattled whenever the harbor winds tore. I tell you a story about an umbrella I left in a store while waiting for buses that never pulled up to the door. We trade simple lies just to keep off the bitterest chill, knowing tomorrow the terminal will be completely still. Amber light falls on the coffee we leave in the cup. Decades are burning while penny machines keep time. Say that you missed every turn on the road to the north. Pour me a glass of whatever you happen to find. We are just shadows rehearsing an old Valentine. Footsteps are echoing hard down the platform outside. A whistle blows sharp through the fog of the iron yard. You gather your collar and blink as the grease lamp dies. I slide the brass latch on the door where the frost is hard. Did we ever meet cobblestone streets by the bay? Or is this just kindness we borrowed to finish the day? Before the morning arrives with its pitiless gray and washes the memory of every stranger away. Amber light falls on the coffee we leave in the cup. Decades of burning while penny machines keep time. Say that you missed every turn on the road to the north. Pour me a glass of whatever you happen to find. We are just shadows rehearsing an old Valentine. A silver spoon rests quietly beside my cup of tea, an auction tag still hanging from the handle of the chair. We walked along the riverbank while leaves were turning gold, and swore the winter wind would never find us there. I found this rusted ticket stub inside a winter coat from that pavilion where we listened to the brass. The dial tone is ringing out to numbers disconnected now, while fading shadows stretch across the empty grass. Raindrops gather slowly on the window pane. Passing headlights paint the ceiling white. I still keep a folding umbrella by the door, waiting for a knock that will not come tonight. Years have drifted past like leaves upon a stream, leaving nothing here except a broken dream. Your favorite woolen sweater hangs behind the cellar door. I never had the courage to give it away. The phonograph is playing that old melancholy tune we danced to in the kitchen on a rainy day. Raindrops gather slowly on the window pane. Passing headlights paint the ceiling white. I still keep a folding umbrella by the door, waiting for a knock that will not come tonight. Years have drifted past like leaves upon a stream, leaving nothing here except a broken dream. Sometimes in the stillness, when the floorboards creak, I turn around to tell you something funny I recall. Before I catch myself and remember you are gone, and watch the dust motes dancing down the quiet wall. Raindrops gather slowly on the window pane. Passing headlights paint the ceiling white. I still keep a folding umbrella by the door, leaving nothing here except a broken dream. The kettle whistles softly in the empty room. I pour 2 cups and drink them both alone. Faded cedar smoke drifts down the rusty lane, where a silver coupe once caught the midnight rain. He steps out alone beside the ticket booth, wearing all the weight of unforgotten youth. She is turning pages near the corner store, looking through the glass she hasn't seen before. 10 long years have fallen since they said goodbye, underneath the cold and uncommitting sky. He remembers how her laughter used to ring, like a stolen coin dropped in a wishing well. Now the heavy air is holding everything, every single story that they couldn't tell. Walking past the awning where they used to stand, with a trembling pocket and an empty hand. Traffic lights turn amber on the empty street. Neither one expected such a strange defeat. Shadows stretch between them on the pavement gray, words they meant to utter never found a way. She adjusts her collar as the wind grows chill. Not a single neighbor on the sloping hill could have guessed the history buried in the dust, turning iron feelings into heavy rust. He is standing frozen by the parking meter, wishing that the second half of life were sweeter. She pretends to notice something on the wall, though she feels his presence sharp and clear and tall. Seconds tick away like bullets in the dark, leaving them as distant as a vanished spark. They walk apart into the dark. Why do leaves still fall on concrete pavements when the tree was cut down years ago? My thoughts unravel through the shifting windows as the station name blurs out of view. Time collects in dust upon my leather coat, while the radio plays an old refrain. I remember how your laughter filled the hallway before we learned to walk in separate directions. Traffic signals change from red to amber, casting shadows on the dashboard clock. Every mile we put between our hometown histories feels heavier than baggage on the floor. People whisper secrets to the moving glass, watching raindrops trace a jagged path. Nothing stays the same inside this fading light, except the quiet ache we left behind. Copper coins and telephone wires bridge the distance between our lives. We let go of the only hand that mattered, just to prove we could survive. Now the autumn wind is biting through the coat, and I have nothing left to give. A sudden turn brings back your silhouette, seated right beside me in the dim saloon, until the conductor calls another stop. Copper coins and telephone wires bridge the distance between our lives. We let go of the only hand that mattered, just to prove we could survive. Traffic signals change from red to amber, casting shadows on the dashboard clock. Every mile we put between our hometown histories feels heavier than baggage on the floor. People whisper secrets to the moving glass, watching raindrops trace a jagged path. Nothing stays the same inside this fading light, except the quiet ache we left behind. Copper coins and telephone wires bridge the distance between our lives. We let go of the only hand that mattered, just to prove we could survive. Now the autumn wind is biting through the coat, and I have nothing left to give. Whatever you said yesterday still hangs in the air. A cracked porcelain cup sits abandoned on the chair. 2 tickets for a show we never got to attend. A loose button rolling near the wooden stair. Your brown leather coat smells of dust and autumn rain. A half-empty bottle of cheap port by the pane. The clock on the mantelpiece stopped at 10:15. I trace your old initials on the frosty window glass again. We walked this avenue 1,000 times before, with autumn leaves sticking to the pavement floor. I never thought I would be standing heavy front door. The jukebox plays that song we used to love so much, while shadows lengthen on the brick wall without a touch. I still keep your old silver ring inside my pocket tight, remembering the way you looked beneath the pale lamplight. Small observations keep the sorrow burning deep, like the folded corner of a page you left to keep. A stain of black ink on the kitchen countertop, the way the ticking of the kitchen clock will never stop. I found your woolen scarf behind the radiator wire, while sitting all alone beside the dying coal fire. Your handwritten note telling me to buy more bread echoes softly inside the silent space where we were wed. The street lamps flicker as the trolley passes by. A lonely bird is cutting through the chilly sky. I remember how you laughed when I dropped the grocery sack. Now every passing minute only pushes you further back. The corner bakery still smells of cinnamon and crust. Our favorite wooden bench is covered in a layer of dust. I trace the phantom outline of your shoulder in the hall, while watching evening shadows slowly lengthen on the wall. The train whistle blows across the dark and empty yard, realizing how letting go of yesterday is far too hard. Your old pair of boots sits neatly underneath the rack, and every little detail brings you right back to the table where we shared our final cup of tea, before the bitter winter wind came rushing over me. Your voice is fading out across the quiet empty room, leaving only dust and shadows in the autumn gloom. Brass key rests upon the cedar table. I found it tucked behind the pantry door. It turned a padlock back when we were able to sleep without the sound of distant war. I turn it slowly between my calloused fingers and wonder where you left your heavy coat. Inside this room a trace of winter lingers, along with every unwritten goodbye note. Raindrops tap against the window pane, counting seconds since you walked away. Nothing stays the same in inside this house. When shadows lengthen at the close of day, I hold the metal cool against my palm and wish the silence sounded more like calm. Two empty cups are sitting by the window, where morning frost is painting fern like leaves. The neighborhood is wrapped in quiet shadow, while northern wind is whistling through the eaves. Raindrops tap against the window pane, counting seconds since you walked away. Nothing stays the same inside this house. When shadows lengthen at the close of day, I hold the metal cool against my palm and wish the silence sounded more like calm. The street lamp flickers on the asphalt pavement. I thought I heard your footsteps on the stair. We built our future out of brief enslavement to dreams that vanished in the midnight air. Raindrops tap against the window pane, counting seconds since you walked away. Nothing stays the same inside this house. When shadows lengthen at the close of day, I hold the metal cool against my palm and wish the silence sounded more like calm. The brass key stays right where you left it down, while twilight slowly settles on the town. Tire chains rattle on the frozen avenue tonight. Street lamps flicker, casting shadows on the yellow snow. Old friend, you look tired underneath the flickering light. It has been a decade since we had nowhere else to go. I never thought I would spot your coat in this old town, walking past the diner where we used to share a pie. Years have worn us down and turned our early dreams around. Listen to the whistle of that distant midnight train go by. Do you remember how we swore we would never change, before the rent got high and all the promises wore thin? Sitting on the curb when everything felt large and strange, wondering where the future and the grown-up world begin. You always had that habit of biting your lower lip whenever the winter wind began to bite your face. such a quiet, narrow place. Now here we stand, traffic signals turning amber in the sleet. Old ghost walking down this crowded county street. Tell me, do you ever miss the songs we used to sing before the calendar took back everything? Tell me how you survived. Your fingers trace the edges of a paper coffee cup, just like you did back when we studied for the finals test. Neither of us ever had the guts to look right up, afraid of what the silence in the room might finally confess. We talk about the weather and the price of rented rooms, avoiding all the heavy words that hang between our shoes. Spring is coming soon to sweep away these winter glooms, though neither of us has a victory to currently peruse. Traffic signals turning amber in the sleet. Old ghosts walking down this crowded county street. Tell me, do you ever miss the songs we used to sing before the calendar took back everything? Tell me how you survived. The taxi horn is honking at the corner down below. You pull your wool scarf tighter as you turn to walk away. There are a million things I always wanted you to know that got lost beneath the rubble of a busier today. I watch you fade into the gray of the autumn rain, another random passenger upon the late subway, feeling that familiar and unbearable old pain, wishing we could turn the clock and start another day. Traffic signals turning amber in the sleet. Old ghost walking down this crowded county street. Tell me, do you ever miss the songs we used to sing before the calendar took back everything? Tell me how you survived. A sudden thought disrupts the quiet room. Before the coal fire fades into the gloom, I fold the map we bought in '64 and trace the coastal highway to your door. The windshield wipers match a steady beat, while tires hum along the empty street. That faded diner still displays a sign where amber neon flickers on the pine. I park beside the rusted gravel lot and count the seconds in this silent spot. The coffee cup is cracked along the rim. The memory of your laughter growing dim. Footsteps echo down the wooden hall. Framed photographs against the plaster wall. Ticket stubs and pennies in a jar. We left our youth beneath a southern star. Midnight rain is drumming on the glass. Seasons wither as the shadows pass. Time is heavy in this hollow town, where every autumn leaf comes drifting down. Softly the turntable spins tonight, fading away in the amber light. The stranger sits behind the corner booth, with weathered hands and eyes that tell the truth. He asks me if I'm waiting for a train, or just escaping from the autumn rain. I shake my head and point toward the door, where we used to dance back in the war. Footsteps echo down the wooden hall. Framed photographs against the plaster wall. Ticket stubs and pennies in a jar. We left our youth beneath the southern star. Midnight rain is drumming on the glass. Seasons wither as the shadows pass. Time is heavy in this hollow town, where every autumn leaf comes drifting down. Softly the turntable spins tonight, fading away in the amber light. No one tells us how the story ends. We only borrow time from former friends. I leave a quarter on the wooden board and lock away the words we could not hoard. Driving back into the velvet dark. Footsteps echo down the wooden hall. Framed photographs against the plaster wall. Ticket stubs and pennies in a jar. We left our youth beneath the southern star. Midnight rain is drumming on the glass. Seasons wither as the shadows pass. Time is heavy in this hollow town, where every autumn leaf comes drifting down. Softly the turntable spins tonight, fading away in the amber light. A sudden thought disrupts the quiet room. Before the coal fire fades into gloom. I fold the map we bought in '64 and trace the coastal highway to your door. The windshield wipers match a steady beat, while tires hum along the empty street. That faded diner still displays a sign where amber neon flickers on the pine. I park beside the rusted gravel lot and count the seconds in this silent spot. The coffee cup is cracked along the rim. The memory of your laughter growing dim. Footsteps echo down the wooden hall, framed photographs against the plaster wall, ticket stubs and pennies in a jar. We left our youth beneath the southern star. Midnight rain is drumming on the glass. Seasons wither as the shadows pass. Time is heavy in this hollow town, where every autumn leaf comes drifting down softly. The turntable spins tonight, fading away in the amber light. A sudden thought disrupts the quiet room before the coal fire fades into the gloom. I fold the map we bought in '64 and trace the coastal highway to your door. Heavy brass coins drop into the metal fare box. Wheels grind slowly past the corner bakery. You sit beside me in the dim upholstered bus, watching the mist erase the storefront signs. Old friend, it has been 10 long empty winters since we shared a single paper cup of soup. Your woolen coat still smells of autumn cedar, and I forget the miles that pulled us apart. Old streets remember every word we threw away, like autumn leaves blown down the alley drain. We swore our separate ships would find a different bay, while passing nights grew heavy with unspoken pain. And sitting here beside you in the evening chill, I wonder if the fire is burning somewhere still. The ticket collector punches holes through faded paper, while outside the window passing shadows fade. We never learned the art of staying where we stayed. Amber street lamps flicker through the window glass. We trade quiet laughter as the houses pass. Tell me, do you keep the letters that I sent before our foolish pride became our punishment? Midnight avenues, remember what we used to say. Your fingers trace the frost upon the glass pane, drawing shapes we used to sketch when we were young. A sudden melody drifts from a tavern door, playing the song we loved when we were brave. We wear the quiet lines of grown-up compromises, yet underneath our younger hearts still beat the same. The conductor calls a stop we both must take, and time insists on closing down our brief embrace. Amber street lamps flicker through the window glass. We trade quiet laughter as the houses pass. Tell me, do you keep the letters that I sent before our foolish pride became our punishment? Midnight avenues, remember what we used to say. Footsteps echo hollow on the paving stone. We stand together, yet we both remain alone. The parting platform waits beneath the iron roof, without a single promise left to be our proof. If we could turn the clock back to that April night, would we still choose to walk away and lose the fight? Your eyes reflect the glowing station marquee light, while silence swallows up the words we try to write. Amber street lamps flicker through the window glass. We trade quiet laughter as the houses pass. Tell me, do you keep the letters that I sent before our foolish pride became our punishment? Midnight avenues, remember what we used to say. Amber petroleum lamp flickers thin on the counter. You ask if the train to the border is running tonight. I hand you a saucer with sugar that hardened in winter. We speak in the quietest tones of a town losing light. Your coat has a button undone at the very last leather. Mine carries the stain from a dockside tavern last May. We never expected to weather this sudden December, together at tables where nobody lingers to stay. And your voice is the cadence of someone who boarded a vessel bound south before telegrams reached the coast. I look at your hands and the silver ring guarding the knuckle you broke when you lost what you cared for most. It is strange how a stranger can carry the weight of a ghost without even knowing the name that you used to boast. Before the factories closed and the river froze, before the winter wind blew down the avenue and left us standing here waiting for something true. Amber light falls on the coffee we leave in the cup. Decades of burning while penny machines keep time. Say that you missed every turn on the road to the north. Pour me a glass of whatever you happen to find. We are just shadows rehearsing an old Valentine. Tickets are folded inside of your pocket so tightly. The edges are worn like the edges of family lore. You mention a sister who wrote once in 72, and windows that rattled whenever the harbor winds tore. I tell you a story about an umbrella I left in a store while waiting for buses that never pulled up to the door. We trade simple lies just to keep off the bitterest chill, knowing tomorrow the terminal will be completely still. Amber light falls on the coffee we leave in the cup. Decades are burning while penny machines keep time. Say that you missed every turn on the road to the north. Pour me a glass of whatever you happen to find. We are just shadows rehearsing an old Valentine. Footsteps are echoing hard down the platform outside. A whistle blows sharp through the fog of the iron yard. You gather your collar and blink as the grease lamp dies. I slide the brass latch on the door where the frost is hard. Did we ever meet on the cobblestone streets by the bay? Or is this just kindness we borrowed to finish the day before the morning arrives with its pitiless gray and washes the memory of every stranger away? Amber light falls on the coffee we leave in the cup. Decades are burning while penny machines keep time. Say that you missed every turn on the road to the north. Pour me a glass of whatever you happen to find. We are just shadows rehearsing an old Valentine. A silver spoon rests quietly beside my cup of tea, an auction tag still hanging from the handle of the chair. We walked along the riverbank while leaves were turning gold, and swore the winter wind would never find us there. I found this rusted ticket stub inside a winter coat from that pavilion where we listened to the brass. The dial tone is ringing out to numbers disconnected now, while fading shadows stretch across the empty grass. Raindrops gather slowly on the window pane. Passing headlights paint the ceiling white. I still keep a folding umbrella by the door, waiting for a knock that will not come tonight. Years have drifted past like leaves upon a stream, leaving nothing here except a broken dream. Your favorite woolen sweater hangs behind the cellar door. I never had the courage to give it away. The phonograph is playing that old melancholy tune we danced to in the kitchen on a rainy day. Raindrops gather slowly on the window pane, passing headlights paint the ceiling white. I still keep a folding umbrella by the door, waiting for a knock that will not come tonight. Years have drifted past like leaves upon a stream, leaving nothing here except a broken dream. Sometimes in the stillness, when the floorboards creak, I turn around to tell you something funny I recall. Before I catch myself and remember you are gone, and watch the dust motes dancing down the quiet wall. Raindrops gather slowly on the window pane, passing headlights paint the ceiling white. I still keep a folding umbrella by the door, waiting for a knock that will not come tonight. Years have drifted past like leaves upon a stream, leaving nothing here except a broken dream. The kettle whistles softly in the empty room. I pour 2 cups and drink them both alone. Faded cedar smoke drifts down the rusty lane, where a silver coot once caught the midnight rain. He steps out alone beside the ticket booth, wearing all the weight of unforgotten youth. She is turning pages near the corner store, looking through the glass she hasn't seen before. 10 long years have fallen since they said goodbye, underneath the cold and uncommitting sky. He remembers how her laughter used to ring, like a stolen coin dropped in a wishing well. Now the heavy air is holding everything, every single story that they couldn't tell. Walking past the awning where they used to stand, with a trembling pocket and an empty hand. shadows stretched between them on the pavement gray. Words they meant to utter never found a way. She adjusts her collar as the wind grows chill. Not a single neighbor on the sloping hill could have guessed the history buried in the dust, turning iron feelings into heavy rust. He is standing frozen by the parking meter, wishing that the second half of life were sweeter. She pretends to notice something on the wall, though she feels his presence sharp and clear and tall. Seconds tick away like bullets in the dark, leaving them as distant as a vanished spark. They walk apart into the dark. Why do leaves still fall on concrete pavements when the tree was cut down years ago? My thoughts unravel through the shifting windows as the station name blurs out of view. Time collects in dust upon my leather coat, while the radio plays an old refrain. I remember how your laughter filled the hallway before we learned to walk in separate directions. Traffic signals change from red to amber, casting shadows on the dashboard clock. Every mile we put between our hometown histories feels heavier than baggage on the floor. People whisper secrets to the moving glass, watching raindrops trace a jagged path. Nothing stays the same inside this fading light, except the quiet ache we left behind. Copper coins and telephone wires bridge the distance between our lives. We let go of the only hand that mattered, just to prove we could survive. Now the autumn wind is biting through the coat, and I have nothing left to give. A sudden turn brings back your silhouette, seated right beside me in the dim saloon, until the conductor calls another stop. Copper coins and telephone wires bridge the distance between our lives. We let go of the only hand that mattered, just to prove we could survive. Traffic signals change from red to amber, casting shadows on the dashboard clock. Every mile we put between our hometown histories feels heavier a jagged path. Nothing stays the same inside this fading light, except the quiet ache we left behind. Copper coins and telephone wires bridge the distance between our lives. We let go of the only hand that mattered, just to prove we could survive. Now the autumn wind is biting through the coat, and I have nothing left to give. Whatever you said yesterday still hangs in the air. A cracked porcelain cup sits abandoned on the chair. 2 tickets for a show we never got to attend. A loose button rolling near the wooden stair. Your brown leather coat smells of dust and autumn rain. A half-empty bottle of cheap port by the pane. The clock on the mantelpiece stopped at 10:15. I trace your old initials on the frosty window glass again. We walked this avenue 1,000 times before, with autumn leaves sticking to the pavement floor. I never thought I would be standing here alone, without a key to fit into your heavy front door. The jukebox plays that song we used to love so much, while shadows lengthen on the brick wall without a touch. I still keep your old silver ring inside my pocket tight, remembering the way you looked beneath the pale lamplight. Small observations keep the sorrow burning deep, like the folded corner of a page you left to keep. A stain of black ink on the kitchen countertop, the way the ticking of the kitchen clock will never stop. I found your woolen scarf behind the radiator wire, while sitting all alone beside the dying coal fire. Your handwritten note telling me to buy more bread echoes softly inside the silent space where we were wed. The street lamps flicker as the trolley passes by. A lonely bird is cutting through the chilly sky. I remember how you laughed when I dropped the grocery sack. Now every passing minute only pushes you further back. The corner bakery still smells of cinnamon and crust. Our favorite wooden bench is covered in a layer of dust. I trace the phantom outline of your shoulder in the hall, while watching evening shadows slowly lengthen on the wall. The train whistle blows across the dark and empty yard, realizing how letting go of yesterday is far too hard. Your old pair of boots sits neatly underneath the rack. table where we shared our final cup of tea, before the bitter winter wind came rushing over me. Your voice is fading out across the quiet, empty room, leaving only dust and shadows in the autumn gloom. Brass key rests upon the cedar table. I found it tucked behind the pantry door. It turned a padlock back when we were able to sleep without the sound of distant war. I turn it slowly between my calloused fingers and wonder where you left your heavy coat. Inside this room a trace of winter lingers, along with every unwritten goodbye note. Raindrops tap against the window pane, counting seconds since you walked away. Nothing stays the same inside this house when shadows lengthen at the close of day. I hold the metal cool against my palm and wish the silence sounded more like calm. Two empty cups are sitting by the window, where morning frost is painting fern like leaves. The neighborhood is wrapped in quiet shadow, while northern wind is whistling through the eaves. Raindrops tap against the window pane, counting seconds since you walked away. Nothing stays the same inside this house when shadows lengthen at the close of day. I hold the metal cool against my palm and wish the silence sounded more like calm. The street lamp flickers on the asphalt pavement. I thought I heard your footsteps on the stairs. We built our future out of brief enslavement to dreams that vanished in the midnight air. Raindrops tap against the window pane, counting seconds since you walked away. Nothing stays the same inside this house when shadows lengthen at the close of day. Chains rattle on the frozen avenue tonight. Street lamps flicker, casting shadows on the yellow snow. Old friend, you look tired underneath the flickering light. It has been a decade since we had nowhere else to go. I never thought I would spot your coat in this old town, walking past the diner where we used to share a pie. Years have worn us down and turned our early dreams around. Listen to the whistle of that distant midnight train go by. Do you remember how we swore we would never change, before the rent got high and all the promises wore thin? Sitting on the curb when everything felt large and strange, wondering where the future and the grown-up world begin. You always had that habit of biting your lower lip whenever the winter wind began to bite your face. I held on to my ticket for a very different trip, leaving you behind in such a quiet, narrow place. Now here we stand, traffic signals turning amber in the sleet. Old ghost walking down this crowded county street. Tell me, do you ever miss the songs we used to sing, before the calendar took back everything? Tell me how you survived. Your fingers trace the edges of a paper coffee cup, just like you did back when we studied for the finals test. Neither of us ever had the guts to look right up, afraid of what the silence in the room might finally confess. We talk about the weather and the price of rented rooms, avoiding all the heavy words that hang between our shoes. Spring is coming soon to sweep away these winter glooms, though neither of us has a victory to currently peruse. Traffic signals turning amber in the sleet. Old ghosts walking down this crowded county street. Tell me, do you ever miss the songs we used to sing, before the calendar took back everything? Tell me how you survived. The taxi horn is honking at the corner down below. You pull your wool scarf tighter as you turn to walk away. There are a million things I always wanted you to know that got lost beneath the rubble of a busier today. I watch you fade into the gray of the autumn rain, another random passenger upon the late subway, feeling that familiar and unbearable old pain, wishing we could turn the clock and start another day. Traffic signals turning amber in the sleet. Old ghost walking down this crowded county street. Tell me, do you ever miss the songs we used to sing, before the calendar you survived. A sudden thought disrupts the quiet room. Before the coal fire fades into the gloom, I fold the map we bought in '64 and trace the coastal highway to your door. The windshield wipers match a steady beat, while tires hum along the empty street. That faded diner still displays a sign where amber neon flickers on the pine. I park beside the rusted gravel lot and count the seconds in this silent spot. The coffee cup is cracked along the rim. The memory of your laughter growing dim. Footsteps echo down the wooden hall, framed photographs against the plaster wall. Ticket stubs and pennies in a jar. We left our youth beneath a southern star. Midnight rain is drumming on the glass. Seasons wither as the shadows pass. Time is heavy in this hollow town, where every autumn leaf comes drifting down. Softly the turntable spins tonight, fading away in the amber light. The stranger sits behind the corner booth, with weathered hands and eyes that tell the truth. He asks me if I'm waiting for a train or just escaping from the autumn rain. I shake my head and point toward the door, where we used to dance back in the war. Footsteps echo down the wooden hall, framed photographs against the plaster wall. Ticket stubs and pennies in a jar. We left our youth beneath the southern star. Midnight rain is drumming on the glass. Seasons wither as the shadows pass. Time is heavy in this hollow town, where every autumn leaf comes drifting down. Softly the turntable spins tonight, fading away in the amber light. No one tells us how the story ends. We only borrow time from former friends. ticket stubs and pennies in a jar. We left our youth beneath a southern star. Midnight rain is drumming on the glass. Seasons wither as the shadows pass. Time is heavy in this hollow town, where every autumn leaf comes drifting down. Softly the turntable spins tonight, fading away in the amber light. A sudden thought disrupts the quiet room. Before the coal fire fades into the gloom, I fold the map we bought in '64 and trace the coastal highway to your door. The windshield wipers match a steady beat, while tires hum along the empty street. That faded diner still displays a sign where amber neon flickers on the pine. I park beside the rusted gravel lot and count the seconds in this silent spot. The coffee cup is cracked along the rim. The memory of your laughter growing dim. Footsteps echo down the wooden hall, framed photographs against the plaster wall. Ticket stubs and pennies in a jar. We left our youth beneath the southern star. Midnight rain is drumming on the glass. Seasons wither as the